Still here. Hope you had a wonderful holiday, and we're still here. So thank God Allah for that. All right, let's talk about some things that are going on. I'm going to do it sports first. First thing, Mayweather versus Berta. That's September 12th, and that fight will be on pay-per-view at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, Floyd, of course, everybody feels he's going to win. This is supposed to be his last fight. I just watched him on one of the shows the other day. He was packing $1 million in his suitcase. He was on his way to Vegas, and he actually filmed the $1 million in stacks. First, he was surrounded by the money on his bed, and they showed him taking it off the table, stacking it into his Gucci bag. And I just think it's ridiculous that there's people that are starving all over the world, and here's a guy who could just, play with money and blow it in Las Vegas. But, it's his money, so he does what you want to do. You can't tell anybody what to do. It's their money. He works for it, and that's what he does. And he probably does give to many organizations and charities. Also, in tennis today, my husband's girl, the Williams sisters are facing off today, Venus and Serena. They are about to play, and this is going to be exciting. It's funny when you're competing against a sibling, and when I think about it, of course you want to win, so you want to beat that sibling. So good luck to either one of them, because they're both exciting to watch, and they're both so talented, and it's just more family money to stack on top. Also, I wanted to talk to you about, there's a guy, he was in Adrian, Michigan. He actually, I guess it's legal, the marijuana is legal there. So he was supposedly to bring marijuana to a buyer. The buyer had $2,500. He passed him off a backpack that he had all the marijuana in, and he took off, and when they looked in the backpack, there was nothing but socks rolled up in the backpack. And the guy, this is the reason I say it must be legal, because the guy called the police. They caught the guy in Adrian, Michigan, and he was just recently sentenced to a year. I guess he was sentenced for robbery, since the $2,500 was taken from that person, and that is a robbery, since they didn't get what they came there to get. But anyway, I thought that was funny that I don't understand. When you're doing your drug deals, you should look in the bag and make sure everything is there. I'm not promoting drugs, anything. Okay, did you know about Laura Bush? Laura Bush, George W. Bush's wife, when she was 17 years old, she killed her boyfriend, who was also 17. His name was Michael Douglas. She was driving down the street and hit his car, not knowing that he was in the car, just had an accident, happened to be him, and he died. She was hurt, not a lot, and he was an only child. She really was in love with him. It was her, first love and everything. Her name was Laura Welsh at the time. Well, it turned out, I guess Laura's family must have a lot of connections down there in Texas, those good old boys, because the Douglas family moved out within 2 years, and there was never very much said about their son's death. And also, he was an only child. Now, in the meantime, Laura Bush, whose name was Laura Welsh, her mother still lives in that house, in the same city, in the same town in Texas. So they must have been highly connected, because it's never been talked about. Very few people knew about it. And I heard that sources say that Laura Bush has always been haunted by it. It's an interesting story of the good old boys, I think. You can look it up. Now, this is what I really wanted to talk about, and I'm going to have to read it. It's an Android app. If you have an Android, the name of the Android app is called Adult Player. It's a porn site, so if you download the app, it's because you want to watch porn, which is fine. But this particular app, it has been discovered that the Adult Player app has malicious hackers. And this is what they do. After the users download the app, you're asked to give app access to your device, of course. Now, this allows the actual hackers on this particular site, they get access to your front face camera on your phone. Then they have what's called ransomware. And this takes pictures of you and it stores it. And then they get in contact with you and they let you know they have your pictures on this porn site, and they will flash it everywhere and anywhere. They can send it to your jobs, they can put it all over the internet, on your Facebooks, whatever. So now the hackers, what they do is they lock the device of the user before sending a digital ransom note to your phone asking you for $500, and they want you to pay it through via PayPal. Okay, so in return for the payment, the hackers promise to unlock the device. Once they unlock the device, and delete your photo. Now the company Zascar, Z-S-C-A-L-A-R, has warned against users paying the ransom because you will still be left with an unusable phone. So go to Zascar.com and they will give you a step-by-step way to show you how to remove that app from your phone without paying a $500 ransom. This internet is crazy, so be very careful with that. I guess now you should be careful with all porn sites, because you know you got to be careful with the dating sites, because you see what happened to Ashley Madison. And also what's going on, it's a lot of hacking. Okay, now the movie War Room is the box office winner this weekend. This was called a sluggish weekend, I guess because of the holidays and people were traveling. And also the Spanish language cartoon, Un Gallo con Muchos Huevos. That's one of the, that was #1 as well. And I heard that word of mouth is what's making War Room so good. A lot of people are talking about it. I haven't seen it. I don't know. I've heard that a lot of people were going though. And also, this is really funny. A homeopathic conference ended in chaos in Germany after the delegates took a hallucinogenic drug and didn't know it. They were actually trying to tell people market this drug that's supposed to be a homeopathic drug, and 29 of them took it, and they all start tripping. It turned out the pills had LSD in them. Somebody had spiked them with LSD. They said that the people it just ended in pure chaos, that 29 men and women were tripping out. They were hollering, twirling, rolling in the grass. They had breathing problems when the ambulances got there, heart palpitations, cramps, and all of that. So, you see what happens? You got to be careful what you take. Be careful what you take. All right, you guys, I'm so glad to see you. I hope everyone is great. And, I'll be back later. All right? We'll talk some more later.